Now that you've arrived at the town of Knave, walk around until night falls. Finally, I was getting sick of walking. The reason we wait until everyone in town is asleep is because stealing is easiest in the absence of light. This rule of thumb does not apply to baseball. This old man is hanging out by the hangout tree. He mentioned something about a poison needle that can instantly slay strong monsters. This needle could prove to be a valuable asset, as needles tend to enhance one's performance. This rule of thumb does apply to baseball. Break into this dude's house by using the bad key machine. It appears that this shopkeeper is fast asleep with half of his body sticking out off of the bed. Notice that his pillow is not being used. What a daredevil. Since the merchant is unconscious, our objective of looting his belongings has been drastically simplified. In the first chest, we find the club, which is useful for when we want to park our vehicle in East St. Louis. In the second chest, we find the legendary poison needle. Make sure to equip it on your Dr. Laura, since all doctors are trained in the art of proper needling. Since no one else has anything useful for us to pilfer, our only option is to continue with our stupid quest. Let's explore the area and see what we can find. Some mustache crab and his bone dogs want to throw a monkey into our exploring machine. If you're out of grenades, use sticks. The poison needle does 1 damage to everything it hits by default, but has roughly a 10% chance to instantly kill non-boss enemies. One time, when I used to work at a summer camp, a small child stabbed me with his EpiPen. Fortunately, it only dealt 1 HP of damage, and I forgot to die. Well, you know what they say. All's well that ends well. We shall spoil the shares. Ryan Leaf decides to pour out some fairy liquor for his dead homies. Head north and enter this 2-bit town. I guess technically it's an 8-bit town. This Walmart greeter is either asleep or pretending to be a swarm of bees. I'm not sure whether this boy is lying on his side or sleepwalking, since the 2 graphics would probably be the exact same. He seems to fidget every time you speak to him. Man, I hate kids. For some reason, this tool shed has 2 floors. Some tool shed lives here. He wants you to steal the Hope Diamond for him or some shit so he can wake the balls up for everyone. Anyway, head back downstairs and leave town. You'll have to do some more walking. You just turned 16, so you don't have your driver's license yet. Also, there are no roads anywhere, so the only thing you'd be able to drive anyway are those drill-looking things that the Foot Clan uses to transport themselves underneath Manhattan. This village of elves is very hidden. No one knows about it except for that man in the sleeping village. It's kind of like Baramos because it is not yet known in the world of men. Okay, well this old man and that other old man are like the only 2 non-elf men who know about this place. And your party. So there are like 6 non-elf beings who know about this hidden village. And those 2 horses. This elf chick is about to make me act a fool. What a bitch. The Queen of Elves, to whom I am in no way attracted, tells a tale of a forbidden love between elf and human and stealing rubies. She's pretty much like, hey, let me tell you the story, now go away because I hate you. Horse, is the queen ever not a total bitch? Didn't think so. Okay, buckle up now, cause we're about to go through some gay dungeon. Hopefully I won't encounter a random battle with every step I take. Okay, you know what? Balls on this. I'm officially going to start editing my videos. Somewhere in this dungeon, you can find a healing panel that looks exactly like this. You can walk all over it, just like the guys who work at the U-Haul place when they told me and my friend that we weren't allowed to move a motorcycle. We moved the shit out of that damn motorcycle, but when they asked us what we were moving, I told them that it was just my dragon. Eventually, you'll come to an important treasure chest. You can tell it's important because of the carefully symmetrical pattern of stones that lay around its perimeter. Inside the chest is a dream ruby which once belonged to the elf queen herself. Get it? Herself? How funny was that? Oh, and her daughter's dead. She jumped in a lake. Oh well. Check your inventory just to make extra sure that you actually picked up the ruby, because it's a quest item. Even though you technically don't have to do this quest, I don't think. This is a video of me wasting your time. Anyway, cast some gay spells and shit, then walk back to the secret village of bitches. Don't talk to anyone like this. You know what? This place could really use like a Wendy's or something. Talk to the queen once again. She wants to grab your family jewel, so you just kind of roll with it, even though there's no attraction between you. She realizes how much of a bitch she is, but decides not to change much. She hands you a bag of unknown white powder and tells you that it can wake up the dead, I guess, something like that. Talk to her again and she's still an ass bag. Oh, also, I guess you have to be the bearer of bad news to this old man. But it's cool, because he's a Bears fan. He loves shitty quarterbacks. Woo, football joke. Anyway, stumble around before you leave this place. It's dark, so watch out for trees and rapists. But I guess they'd all be hanging out at the place where everyone's asleep. Go back to the place where everyone is lazy. Use the return spell so you don't have to walk so damn much. Use the wake-up powder on these ass clowns. I wonder if anyone fell asleep in the bathtub and drowned. Anyway, congratulations, you finished an optional quest. Normally these things reward you with like a badass weapon or lots of money or exp or something. Nope, not this one. See ya, assholes.